Wallingford Parish Church Choir, How Great Thou Art on BBC Radio Berkshire. Well, it's that time, 9 minutes away from 7. It's David O'Connell with our story behind the hymn.
Today we shine the spotlight on Michael Saywood's hymn, Christ-Triumphant, Ever Reigning. Michael was born in 1932 and died in January 2015. As well as a hymn writer, he was for many years a member of the General Synod of the Church of England and Canon Treasurer of St Paul's Cathedral. He was a prolific preacher, and by the time of his death he'd preached in hundreds of churches across the world, including the USA, on the Queen Elizabeth II cruise ship and twice at the Tower of London. Michael found his spiritual home in the conservative evangelical wing of the church. He belonged to a clergy group led by John Stott, who sought to revive evangelicalism in the Church of England. In 1982 he spent a lot of time as words editor of a new hymn book. Hymns for Today's Church was published in that year. Despite including 300 new hymns, including some excellent offerings from Saywood himself, many churchgoers reacted to it with dismay when they found that Saywood had had the temerity to alter the words not only to the national anthem, but also to the works of such towering geniuses as John Milton, George Herbert and John Henry Newman. He had done this to give them a more evangelical emphasis. In fact, it contributed to the hymn book's failure to become popular. He wrote Christ-Triumphant, Ever Reigning in 1964. He's on record as saying he was aware that down through the ages, hymns had tended to swing back and forth between being objective statements of doctrine on one hand and subjective expressions of feeling on the other. He wanted to combine the best of both emphases. In his own words, I wanted, with Charles Wesley, to offer great declarations of truth to which my fellow Christians could join their affirmations of commitment in passionate song. With its fitting melody, written by John Barnard, I'd say he succeeded. The verses rehearse great Christian doctrines, such as the Incarnation and substitutionary atonement, while the refrain at the end of each stanza and the whole of the last verse set the congregation free to express their emotional response.
So our story behind the hymn was the song there, Christ Triumphant. And thank you very much indeed to David O'Connell, who'll be back same time next week. Let's head towards the news at 7 o'clock on BBC.